As an intermediate guitarist, I used to have a problem. I don't know if you can relate to this. I'm sure you can, but this is the issue that I used to have. My playing would sound disjointed because whenever I was improvising, I was moving far too much around the neck. So the jumps in the tonality of my phrases were far too large, and it would sound disjointed. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you a method that you can use to connect your phrases to make them sound more musical and sophisticated, right? And if you're currently an intermediate guitarist, I just want to give you a bit of hope and inspiration. This is how I used to sound like on guitar as an intermediate. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was only using the pentatonic scale. I didn't know how to play through chord changes. It was really frustrating. And as you can see, I wasn't proud of my playing. I can't really look around at anyone whilst I'm playing the instrument. However, with enough time and dedication and consistent practice, I managed to become an advanced player. You can hear me here improvising over chord changes and developing my own unique style that I'm pretty proud of, I can't lie. I'm enjoying it, I'm bobbing my head and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been in your shoes before, I know how to get out of them. Trust me, you can make it through, just keep practicing, bro. Just keep dedicated to the guitar, don't worry. You're going to get advanced one day, trust me. This is how I got good at guitar. My name is Fabian Dolan. I've had 10 years of experience on the instrument, over 10,000 hours played, and many students taught, hopefully one more today. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. And if you want to join a community of like-minded guitarists and connect with people who are also on the same journey to become advanced guitarists, check out the Discord. Also, tune in for free live lessons that I'll be teaching the community over there. You don't want to miss out on that. So yeah, check out the Discord. Also, you can message me on Instagram for any questions. So, as intermediates, we learn early on that if we play the same shape 12 frets higher, we play the same phrase up an octave. So, if I take my G minor pentatonic, I can play it up 12 frets. So that means that when we're improvising, we kind of just mess around in the pentatonic box down an octave, and we go up 12 frets to play a new phrase. And we kind of just do this out of habit because we know the shape is familiar. We can play the exact same shape, but it just sounds a bit different because it's up an octave. Now, again, this is easy for us because we don't have to learn a new shape to play a different sounding phrase. However, the problem with this is that it sounds very frantic, right? It doesn't really sound very connected. Like, the energy is really kind of weird and anxious and kind of like a bit tense. We want to be able to play sophisticatedly. And again, that tension, that kind of franticness is okay. It's not a bad thing. It's good if we're using that effect on purpose. If we're trying to make the song sound more frantic, we want to be able to do that. But there are times where we're going to have to be able to play where being frantic is not suitable. So we should also be able to learn how to connect our phrases neatly as well. Okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to grab your guitar. We're going to learn how to play more connected, sophisticated phrases today with a method that I've set up for you. So this is what you need to do. Step 1. You're going to have to learn all the scale positions across the neck. So for the pentatonic scale, there are 5 shapes. If you don't know how to play these yet, just go on YouTube, Google how to play the 5 shapes of the pentatonic scale. There are countless videos out there. There's some great information on this. But I'm assuming that a lot of people that are already watching, you already know how to play these 5 positions across the neck. So we're going to learn how to connect them today and make our phrases sound a lot more musical. And again, the 5 shapes are really useful because it allows us to gradually move up in pitch rather than just going all the way up an octave. So we can work our way there more simply. So we can go. Again, I was kind of just messing around there. Wasn't the most inspiring, groundbreaking piece of guitar playing, but you get the idea. You can Hey, there we go. You can gradually move your phrases up if you learn these shapes. Now, step 2. Once we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to play a phrase, and then we're going to end on a note. Again, just for the moment, it doesn't really matter what that note is, but as you get more advanced, you can target the notes that you choose to end on. So we play a phrase, and then we end on a note. And then we're going to start the next phrase from the last note that we just ended on. So for example, if I play a phrase like this, I end on this note, the next phrase starts on that note. I end on this note, the next phrase starts on this note again. I end on this note, the next phrase starts on that note. Right, you get the idea. So just go slow and simple at the beginning. If this is new, you're not going to have this 100% right at the start. But this is a great way to connect your phrases and make them sound more sophisticated and as if they kind of flow into each other more naturally, rather than having this kind of really disjointed sound where we go. Again, it's quite frantic, and there are times where frantic makes sense, but we need to be able to do. Again, not the most groundbreaking piece of music, but you get the idea that we kind of need to be subtle sometimes and have this kind of connecting pieces between our phrases, right? We need to have a way to glue the music together. So if you do this for every single phrase you play, I guarantee that you're going to sound a lot more coherent. Just end your phrase on one note, and the next phrase that you're going to start on that note that you ended. It's going to sound a lot more connected and a lot more musical, a lot more sophisticated, right? So to recap, as a guitarist, we need to be capable of control of our instrument. So we should be able to intentionally control the energy and the sound, the vibe that we're giving across whilst we're playing our instrument. So that means that we should be able to do this kind of frantic playing with high energy, and we jump across the fretboard. The bigger the jump in tonality, the more kind of energetic and kind of the more there's a change, and when there's a change, there's more energy, right? However, when the gaps are smaller, when we do smaller jumps, it kind of flows a bit more. It's more subtle, right? So the difference between going like, so that's kind of more subtle, right? The notes are very close to each other, whereas I did this. Where you can hear those big jumps. It's kind of it's a lot bigger distance. It's a lot more frantic, and especially when we do that octave jump, where we go, it's a lot more frantic, right? Again, we need to be able to control the vibe that we're giving across on the fretboard. So that means we also need to be sophisticated. We need to be able to understand how to gradually raise the pitch and connect all of our phrases neatly together. So that's going through those scale shapes and gradually going up an octave. So I worked my way up to the next octave, up 12 frets. Right, we need to be able to gradually increase in pitch as we're improvising. This has been how I got good at guitar. If you still suck after this lesson, don't struggle alone. It's really difficult learning how to get good at guitar and become an advanced player just through YouTube lessons. So book a call with me. There's a link in the description. We're going to make you an advanced guitarist. And again, I'm not stopping till you advance your guitar playing. I'll guarantee you that you're going to improve. So check the link in the description. Unlock that music that you know that you can play, become that advanced guitarist, check out that link in the description. Also, check out the Discord community. I think you're going to like it. You're going to like what we got going on over there. Also, message me any questions on Instagram, and respect for making it towards the end of the video. You're in the top 1% of the guitarists if you made it this so far. I appreciate you watching. And you're in the top 1% because you got a good attention span. I appreciate that. You're going to make it one day. Trust me, you're going to go far. So yeah, subscribe for more high quality guides. This has been How I Got Good at Guitar. Take care.